It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
On a picture-perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And he certainly looks like a true inline wide tight end, someone at the line of scrimmage that can just maul you. But he can catch the football. Has some similarities to C.J. Uzomah, who thrived in Cincinnati with Joe Burrow.
Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The slot man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. but we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the option left, it's Hurts. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And let's not forget, there were some scouts who believe Carter was the best defensive player in last year's draft. Heck, there were scouts who thought he was the best player overall in last year's draft. And he recorded an impressive 6 sacks in his rookie year. And truth be told, that number doesn't tell half the story of just how dominant he can be.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Burrow will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Chase, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
So from the 37, here's second and a couple. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll drop to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Logan Wilson right there to knock that ball away.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go again here with Moss. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll run on first down with Moss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. It's Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Joe Burrow and the Bengals heading back out there. He found Jamar Chase with a touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll try again here with a first down. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Right back to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. McPherson on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff to Barkley on the option. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Barkley fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Two yards to go, second down. An inside give, Brown. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Burrow will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Burrow looking to pass. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Hurts. can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
We talk so much about run after the catch, or rack, a term coined by our very own the coach, John Madden, the legendary one himself. And you definitely won't find a better illustration of it than right here. He's just going to take this one, and away he goes. Nearly takes it the length of the field before finally being tracked down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Chase Brown.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his target. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Slot man moves right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Complete. Smith has it. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown.
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now a 2nd and 2.
To the air again, Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow on play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making it.
And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Barkley, inside handoff. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Hurts going to keep it running right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Hudson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hurts. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion left comes Brown. Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. That one goes for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. The slot man in motion right. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns, but the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right back to Moss.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Dotson in motion right.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's got his big tight end here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's taken in by Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Now a toss here. Moss running to the left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll go to Barkley again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Von Bell up to make the tackle. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Brown goes in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a give to Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 85 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Burrow will throw. This complete to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He'll find Jones again, complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now Burrow loses the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals get a bit closer. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Barkley. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Jalen Carter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line.
Under pressure, they got him again. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.